This is not going to lift your glutes to the sky. Great coverage, but still a pop of cleavage. It's giving me a defined upper thigh area, which is not really what I want. These were still so easy to get on, and they are still super stretchy. Every time I move my arms, it just completely slides up. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. And today we have a review of the Oner EnhanceLift collection. This is a little bit late. When this launched, I was on my trip to Europe, and then my package came after like 2 weeks, and then I got sick, and now I'm like, do we even care? But they are going to continue to bring back this EnhanceLift, I'm sure, and you guys know I love a seamless legging that's trying to do something a little bit different. So I'll be giving my honest thoughts on EnhanceLift. So this is Oner Active's new seamless collection, and it's kind of following all of the other similar trends in seamless leggings right now, lowering the rise to that mid-rise point, using a pique mesh net instead of jersey, which we'll compare, but it's very similar to what alphalete Amplify is compared to the pump. But I do think EnhanceLift is misleading because they're not actually a glute lifting legging. The lift just refers to like weightlifting. It's like one of the Oner pillars. So I feel like when I first saw EnhanceLift, I thought, oh, we're gonna be getting like an alphalete pump style, like define impact style glute lift legging, and that's not what this is. Which, as we discussed on this channel, isn't for everyone. So maybe I'll really like these. I do get a lot of requests to review like every single Oner collection, and as much as I would like to review every single one from every single activewear brand, I just can't. And just because I'm not reviewing a brand all the time, or just because I don't work with them, doesn't mean I don't like them. Like someone like commented the other day, they're like, well, I know you don't like Oner. I'm like, I never said that. I actually think that they do a lot of things right. Like their soft motion jacket is amazing. Their effortless seamless is great. If you're wondering what that noise is, Peach is very attached to me and she's playing with the package right now. Is this fun for you? I brought a little chair over. I'm just gonna like film this and add this to the screen so you guys can see. But as you guys know, Peach gets very antsy in my videos and often wants to bite my toes so that she can be with me. So I pulled up a little stool so she can sit right next to me because cats don't really like velvet and my couch is velvet. Anyways, without further ado, let's get into it. I did want this to kind of be first impressions, so I haven't taken anything out of the bag yet. All right, first up we have the Enhance Seamless Leggings. I got a size small and they do come in extra small to 2XL. I thought they had a slightly better size range, but I feel like brands are kind of like getting worse in the size range department. So if you guys have any brands that are like really size inclusive that you'd like me to review, I'd love to review more brands that go up to like the 3 to 4X, but these were $65. They do come in a regular and a long length. Okay, first impressions, they are a very dense seamless material, and that is that pique knit. Before we get into details, I do just want to do a comparison. I do have a pair of Oner Effortless Seamless. This was kind of one of their famous seamless leggings. So here's an up close of the Effortless Seamless, and it is a jersey knit, which just means you're seeing the fibers go vertically. Hey, Peach! Oh my gosh, Peach! Oh my gosh, she like just went crazy and started attacking the leggings. Peach, what is going on? But you can see the fibers kind of stretch out vertically. And the new EnhanceLift is a pique knit, and the fibers all just kind of go into each other. Here is an up close of that. And that's actually a very similar comparison between the alphalete Amplify and the new alphalete pump. Here's an up close of the alphalete Amplify. The fibers go in that vertical direction. And then here is that pique knit on the alphalete pump. The alphalete pump leggings have different densities of the pique knit to provide different compressions. And from what I can see on these new Oner leggings is they are kind of all one density, so you're not going to get differing areas of compression. All right, getting into the actual construction detail of the leggings. So we do have that mid-rise. The waistband is definitely a lot shorter than the Effortless Seamless, and it is all one density of the ribbing. So just one level of ribbing, no different densities there. No front seam, obviously. This is a seamless legging. Then the enhanced part of the legging comes from these ribbed details that go down the leg. That's supposed to kind of mimic the muscles in your anatomy in your leg. I don't know how much I see that this is like enhancing the anatomy of the quads or anything, but it's definitely a little detail to catch your eye. And then we have the back. There's a little ribbed area that goes above and kind of contouring into that glute scrunch area. So we have some ribbed detail up there. And then we do have a similar scrunch to the Effortless Seamless. It does feel like a little bit more pronounced if you ask me, and it's a little bit longer as well, but it's a reinforced scrunch. So I've never had an issue with my Effortless Seamless ripping. I feel like ripping scrunches on seamless leggings is kind of a thing of the past. Like they're all being more reinforced now. And then we actually have something I haven't seen in many seamless leggings. Almost all seamless leggings just have kind of an oval gusset, but these actually have an extended gusset that goes a little bit down the thigh. We have a knit logo into the fabric at the bottom, and then a little more of that kind of ribbed design at the bottom of the leg. So let's compare the OG Effortless Seamless to the EnhanceLift Seamless. I feel like one of the biggest differences is obviously going to be the rise. If you're a shorter torso, you're going to prefer the Enhance EnhanceLift. They both have some details going down the side of the leg. There's a little bit more going on in the Enhance, but I actually kind of like the detail on the Effortless. I feel like it was really subtle and just gave like a slight little glute contour. I like that the Effortless Seamless, the scrunch was kind of smaller than most scrunches and you didn't see it like too much. And you also get just a lighter compression overall with the Effortless. The Enhance with that more dense structured material, it reminds me a lot more of Define Impact, but without the glute lifting effect. So let's try this on. One more difference between the EnhanceLift versus the Effortless is the fabric is pretty different. When you're comparing Amplify, they actually have a pretty similar fabric composition. There's still that polyamide polyester elastane with both the Amplify and the pump. For Oner Effortless, it's still that polyamide polyester elastane, but for the new EnhanceLift, it's just a polyamide elastane. So there is quite a big fabric difference there. I wonder if that's similar to Define. Define is actually a nylon elastane blend, but it also has that similar pique knit and has the most structure to it. These are too compressive for me. Okay, here we are. I feel like I was expecting actually quite a bit more compression than what's going on. These are still like very, very stretchy. They do not feel anything like Define Impact. They're actually less compressive than alphalete pump. I'm gonna compare the pump shorts versus the EnhanceLift shorts when we get to the EnhanceLift shorts. But yeah, I'm honestly not feeling super compressed in these. There always can be differences when it comes to color. So we'll see in the shorts, I did get a darker color, but these honestly feel pretty good. The rise is about 7.25 inches. It's very similar to alphalete pump. So on me, it's more maybe mid to high rise if I like really pull them up, but on shorter torsos, this is probably going to be like a perfect, you know, waist length. The waistband is pretty short. I think one nice benefit of these more mid-rise leggings is they hit a little bit lower on the lower tummy area. So having a wider waistband can kind of help you get some lower tummy control. So I don't really feel like I get the lower tummy control because the waistband is pretty short. I'm pleased to say the waistband isn't like squeezing me too much because it is hitting me more in that like almost love handle area. So sometimes with lower rises like this, I can get squeezed awkwardly. I don't feel like I'm getting squeezed awkwardly. The gusset, not visible at all from the front, which is great. We have that little contour detailing down the side. It's subtle. I don't like anything too in your face with the design, so I like that this is subtle. It just kind of like reflects the light in certain ways. I would say true to size on these. Again, I'm like really not getting as compressed as I thought. I thought I was gonna be like struggling to get these on like I do with the Define Impact leggings. Like those, I get literal rug burn on my fingers trying to get them on. These were still so easy to get on and they are still super stretchy. So we're not gonna have any restriction in these. And then we get to the back. I honestly can't decide whether I think these or the Effortless are more flattering. I was a little worried that these were gonna squish the glutes down because when you compare to something like alphalete pump, they have that pique knit on the legs and on the front, but they have a lower density fabric over the glutes. For these, it's just all the same. But since this is less compression than anticipated, it's actually not squishing the glutes down, which is good. You have that one little contour area that kind of contours around the glutes here. I think it's placed well. We have that little widow's peak detail, and then we have the scrunch. It's sitting between the cheeks well. I'm getting good glute separation. I give these a high on the booty scale. I really like the contouring area above the glutes, and it's just not super in your face. We're not getting any glute liftings. This is not going to lift your glutes to the sky, but it just gives like a nice layer of compression. I do think you'll get a little bit of cellulite coverage, definitely more than the Effortless Seamless because the material just has a little bit more structure. And then this is the tall length, which is 28 inches, which is pretty long for a seamless legging. A classic seamless legging in a regular length is usually like 24 inches. So these are very long. I actually appreciate the extra length. I feel like with this material, you maybe don't get quite as much vertical stretch. So the length is good. And we have a little ribbed detail at the bottom of the thigh here. And here's the full length view. So personally, I do prefer a higher rise because I am a long torso girly, but I actually really like the material. I think it's going to be more durable than the jersey knit. It's not going to snag as easily, and it's also going to be a little bit more squat proof and dense. So I actually like these. Okay, next we're trying the EnhanceLift seamless shorts. So I got a size small in the shorts. I have heard that these are a little bit compressive on the thighs, which I'm okay with some thigh compression as long as it's not just like sausaging my thighs at the end. And I'm a little worried these are gonna do that, but we'll see. These were $55. Same design and features as the leggings. The gusset actually goes all the way down to the thigh on these. Again, I haven't seen that in a seamless legging. We have that ribbed waistband that is just one level of compression. The pique knit, we have those ribbed details around the thighs. More ribbed details detailing and that kind of widow's peak detail around the glutes. We have a scrunch, and of course a pet peeve of mine, they don't list the inseam on the website, but these are a 6-inch inseam. Great inseam for a short, one of my favorite short inseams. So let's try this on. Okay, so we started off strong with the leggings. I don't think I like the shorts as much. First of all, I just wanted to do a little comparison of the alphalete pump shorts because those are just the first things I thought of when I thought of this collection, just with like the pique knit, the mid-rise, they're just the most similar. So even though I actually get the same rise measurement out of the two, I find that the alphalete pump shorts do hit me a little bit higher. The pump shorts do go a little bit lower on the waistband and I feel like give me a little bit more lower tummy control. Pump is definitely more compressive throughout, but then they have that thinner area around the glutes. And then in terms of the thigh area, so pump shorts are about a 4.5-inch inseam. The Oner EnhanceLift are a 6-inch. And while the pump shorts are tight on the thighs, because that's exactly where this compressive band is, I feel like they're tight all the way down the leg and they give that lift. So these are designed to have that lift. The Oners are not designed to have that lift, but still with a thigh area, that ribbed band along the bottom of the thigh was really a choice. So many seamless shorts do like a very seamless edge to the short to the point where you don't even see the seam along the outside and they just really don't compress very much. To have like a ribbed, dense area on the leg just kind of takes away from the shorts for me. Anyways, here are the shorts. As we can see, these are hitting me at like a true mid-rise. I am showing my belly button. I'm definitely getting a little bit more compression out of this deep brown color versus the red, but it's still not crazy. It's still definitely less than Define Impact and less than alphalete pump. And I still have plenty of stretch. So I like that this material still maintains stretch. It still has that kind of more smooth performance seamless kind of material. We have that shorter little waistband, maybe snatching a little bit in these. For the shorts, I would say true to size. If you're in between, I would be sizing up for the thighs. Again, we have that contour detailing around the side, curves around the glutes in the back, and then from the thighs, we can really see where that ribbed band cuts in, and it really is sausaging my thighs in a way that I just feel like creates this area under the glutes that just, it's almost the reverse of a like glute lifting legging. It's giving me a defined upper thigh area, which is not really what I want. It's almost giving me a defined double butt. Like I feel like from the side, we can really see just like where that is cutting in. I really feel like that's a bummer because the leggings actually fit really well with no real problems for me. And I love a 6-inch short. So I'm really hoping for more from these, but that's just how it is. Anyways, they're still very flattering on the glutes, I would say. Gonna go with high on the booty scale, not squishing me down. And again, they are going to give cellulite coverage, but they are going to sausage your thighs. So I'm honestly surprised. Usually we get this kind of thigh sausaging with shorter shorts. Since these are a 6-inch inseam, I just feel like they should be going past the bulk of the thigh area. So I feel like with just a less compressive thigh seam, these would be really good, but it does feel like uncomfortably tight. And sometimes I can excuse like a tight lower thigh, but this is a little bit uncomfortable. So okay, and I believe there were 2 sports bras in the collection. There's one with more coverage and one with less coverage. I'm very happy for all the IBTC girlies who are getting a minimal coverage sports bra, but I like that they're also including a sports bra with more coverage because alphalete is driving me insane with literally itty bitty bras every single launch and no option for larger cup sizes. So very nice that they're doing a more coverage option. This is the seamless Strappy sports bra. It's still relatively minimal coverage, but I can already tell that this is going to contain the girls. So this one is $45. This is made of that same pique knit that the leggings are made out of. We have this piping detail that goes all the way around the edges of the sports bra. It's a V neckline. It has a ribbed area along the bottom to keep you nice and secure. You get some of those ribbed designs along the outer bust just to kind of contour. And the straps are even adjustable in the back. They're seamless over your shoulder and then they transition into like that classic kind of softer bra strap material that is adjustable. Looks like they could have made these able to uncross, but they're not actually uncrossable. So let's try this on. Okay, here we are with the sports bra. Great coverage, but still a pop of cleavage. I looked at this one, I knew it was gonna work for me. So very pleased with this. In terms of sizing, I definitely would say true to size. It fits nice and snug along the lower band, not too tight anywhere. If in between, if you're a smaller bust and you're looking at this bra, I would be sizing down. Otherwise, you really could go either way. The only area where I feel like I have some extra fabric is fit isn't perfect right under the armpit here. I feel like that could just be taken in a little bit. It fits really well everywhere else, but just that one little spot. It's not like compromising the functionality of the bra, but it's just a little bit loose. I would give this, I'm gonna say a medium coverage. I know we have a cleavage moment, but we're fully covered in the side boob. We have a cleavage moment, but I'm not falling out of it, which feels like lately I've been falling out of like every bra. So I'm very glad the girls are contained. So medium coverage, large cup size friendly, just obviously expect some cleavage still. And the support is, it's still pretty low support. The fabric has more compression to it, but the spaghetti straps just like aren't doing a lot. The straps are pretty comfortable. They are adjustable as well. I'm not getting any cutting into the back or the lats or anything. And I like the band in the back. It's not super thin, but it's also not too thick. I personally prefer when my straps are crisscrossed, so I like that they are like that. But yeah, I think this is a great example of still like a cute kind of like minimal bra, but enough coverage for the larger bust. All right, then we have the itty bitty bra. This is the seamless minimal halter neck bralette. Their names are kind of like weird this time. I just copy and pasted the name from like my order confirmation, and they're all like ending with white logo, which makes me wonder if they're going to change the logos. Oh, this is interesting. Is this supposed to come with pads? So this one is going to be tiny. We have a V-neck, we have a halter strap. It is very slightly adjustable. The issue when they transition the strap from the seamless to the like adjustable area is you only get like a couple inches of adjustability, and sometimes it's not enough. Similar design to the last one. We have the Oner logo embroidered in the top left. We have that little ribbed detail on the edge. And then the inside of this bra, you actually have the silicone lining to prevent it from slipping, which I don't know the last time I've seen this on the bra band portion of a sports bra. I maybe never have seen that. So it's kind of interesting. And then we do have space for cup pads, but no cup pads. Sometimes brands do this. I prefer if you just include the cup pads because then you can always take them out, but mine did not come with pads. Let's try it on. Okay, it took me a second to situate this bra to the point where I could even get on and review it. So I'm just gonna say this is definitely not large cup size friendly at all. The way that I'm falling out of this bra, like every possible way, it's very similar to like a teeny tiny triangle bikini top. So I feel like that is kind of like a trending top style right now, especially with the halter. This is very much giving bikini top. See, and I'm even trying to fall at the bottom. You know, it's not a problem because we have the large cup size option. So we have different options for different people, which is amazing. But yeah, this one's definitely gonna be a pass for me. Made of that same material, we have the embroidered logo in the front here. Very deep V neckline, low, low, low on the coverage, and I'm not even gonna try to jog. This is a low support. But side boob is crazy, cleavage is crazy, under boob is crazy. We got 360 fallout here. I do think that that silicone detail on the inside is actually nice because it's actually trying to ride up a little bit, so that's kind of keeping it in place. For my smaller cup sizes, I do think you can stay true to size. Larger cup sizes, I just really would recommend skipping this one. And then the back is super minimal, very cute for back day. The teeny tiny halter sports bras are just like definitely having their moment right now. And I don't like the teeny tiny sports bras or the halters, so it's really not my moment. I'm ready for us to get back into more like supportive bras, but again, we did have the other bra. So yeah, this one just obviously not working for me. And lastly, we have a seamless cropped jacket. I feel like Oner is one of the few brands that like really nailed the fit of their jackets with their soft motion jacket. Like that's like one of the only jackets in my closet that isn't like awkwardly loose somewhere or awkwardly tight somewhere else. Like the fit is nailed on that jacket. And personally, I just like don't really wear cropped jackets very much because what's the point? I'm a girl who likes something cropped from time to time. But when it comes to jackets, I just feel like people reach for full length jackets more. So I was a little bummed to see that the jackets were cropped, especially with a jacket like this that's in this compressive pique knit material. I feel like this had so much potential to be a snatching BBL jacket that to make it just like a cropped jacket that looks very, very cropped. Like this looks tiny. It just feels like a missed opportunity. Like this is almost shrug length. I don't know how this is gonna go. I got a size small. This was $60. We have an ultra cropped fit. It looks like this could potentially be a locking zipper, but we will test that. We have some ribbed detailing that goes down the shoulder seam here. It has that little ribbed area at the bottom of the jacket that every piece so far basically has had. We have a little collar here, embroidered logo in the top left corner. We also have a little ribbed detailing that goes down the arm into ribbed cuffs with thumb holes, which I feel like a lot of seamless jackets, they forget the thumb holes. Obviously no pockets because this is super cropped. You just don't really see pockets on a super cropped jacket. We have another logo in the back. I don't know if I needed two logos. And then you have more of that little fun contour detailing in the back, all very subtle. Let's try it on. Okay, here's the jacket without zipping it. Not too tight anywhere. I do have a little bit of looseness in the wrist area, but I'm liking that I'm not like super constricted in this. It does look like it's going to be very, very short. Like, I feel like most cropped jackets are like at least like they're cropped length, they're not bra length, and I feel like this one is bra length. So you can't even get that like little under bust moment with this kind of bra. I like to zip my jackets up to like right below the bust area. I feel like that's like super cute and flattering. You can't even do that because this starts right below the bust area. Here we are. It is actually so short. I think if I wore any other bra besides this super minimal one, you would absolutely be seeing the bra band. It's only because this bra is already like onto my bust. So lifting my arms up in this one, it doesn't even stay over the bra. I'm gonna try on the other bra after this just to show that in a little bit more detail, but in terms of the zipper, I don't know if it's technically a locking zipper, but it doesn't move after you put it into place. And then we have the full mock neck collar. I do think that, you know, this is like a moment if this is what you're looking for. The mid-rise with the ultra cropped is certainly a choice. It's not something that me as a long torso girly, like my entire torso, she's just out. That's just not my personal preference. I feel like this material would have slayed in a BBL jacket, but here we are. We do have those thumb holes. It's nice to have the thumb holes, and then we have the ribbed detailing that goes all the way up the arm, which I think is a nice little touch. We have more ribbed detailing along the bust here, Oner logo in the front. And literally every time I move my arms, it just completely slides up. That's actually really annoying. And then we have the little ribbed detail on the back as well. So let me just quickly throw on the other bra. Okay, so here we have the more coverage bra with the ultra cropped little jacket on top. And, oh, okay, that zipper did not want to stay there. And you can see just zipping it up here, the jacket is actually longer than the bra, and this bra is not long line. So you can see it's already showing, and then you lift your arms up a little bit, and that's actually some really crazy ride up. Okay, so this jacket, definitely not for me. In terms of sizing, I feel like it's true to size, but if you're in between, honestly, size down. It doesn't feel too tight really anywhere. And I feel like it might stay down a little bit better in a smaller size. Obviously it's snug across the bust area, but like every jacket is for me. Okay guys, that is it for the video. I feel like definitely some hits and misses. I did really like the leggings a lot more than I thought I would. I felt like the material is definitely a fabric upgrade overall. It's got a little bit more hold, but it's still stretchy, more durable, and more squat proof. And I feel like overall they were flattering without being like a super in your face or a contour legging. I really liked the strappy bra with a more coverage. I feel like that's like exactly what I look for a larger bust option that's actually still cute and not like too much coverage. But the shorts, I really feel like it was just a weird choice to do like a compressive ribbed band at the bottom of the short. It just really digs in and really gives the sausage thighs, and just wasn't a big fan of that. And then the jacket I do feel like is also a miss, just like so cropped that I'm kind of like, you might as well have made a bolero at that point, because at least it's supposed to go over the bust, because this one just rides up every chance it gets. But yeah, let me know if you guys have had your eyes on anything else that you'd like me to review, and comment down below if you've tried the EnhanceLift and what your thoughts are. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!